and figuring out why everything is frozen. That's weird. I think it might be Visual Studio Code then. That makes sense. Qdrant is something that I'm definitely going to take a look at. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, I don't have too much of a strong opinion one way or another. I will say, like, if you are just getting into the vector embedding space, TxtAI is a pretty good library. I really like the thought process behind what the leadership did at TxtAI. So I think if you're looking for a very solid, reliable vector library to kind of just input vectors, but my case is a little bit specific because it's a very specific kind of setup, right? Like we have a lot of things that we're trying to juggle. We're trying to juggle our embeddings. See, now my keyboard works. Whatever. We're trying to juggle a lot of different file types, basically, in this like document versus sentence level embedding. And because of the way that Obsidian stores file types, it's just not really convenient to be able to do sentence level embeddings because there's just way too much. See, now my keyboard. What's going on here? Yeah, so sentence level embeddings doesn't just make that much sense with Obsidian. So I think the thing that I decided on doing was using using document level file embeddings, like file name embeddings, and then gonna go through that and just like have that be the search. So basically this whole experiment is now, can we embed a bunch of file names? Can we store that? Can we search that with our phone? And then can we have an optional second ask to the embeddings to embed a file in real time? So you can imagine that, like, for you and me, we see 0902 and our brains immediately say September 2nd. So if we said, instead of typing in 2022-0902, you could type in September 2nd, and then this file would come up. And then you can imagine like a little query box that pops up and says, would you like to search within the file? And you're like, yeah. And then it'll like go through and turn all of these into sentences and then put those in. So I hope that makes sense too. But now I need to figure out why my keyboard stopped working.